Women don't decide if they like you after a week of talking. They decide in the first 3 seconds. They don't get addicted to your pickup lines, they get addicted to your sub-communication, your vibe, your stillness, your silence. Most men are invisible because they blend in. Today, I'm giving you the 7 habits that trigger her biological notice switch immediately. These habits make you the loudest energy in the room without you saying a single word. Let's get into it. Habit number 1. Let me tell you something about biology. Women notice stillness immediately. Not the stiff, awkward guy who is frozen in fear, but the man who doesn't fidget. Most guys are twitchy, checking their pockets, touching their face, darting their eyes around the room like they're looking for an exit. That screams predator anxiety. You move like you are moving through water, slow, deliberate.
When you don't react to every noise or distraction in the room, she instantly categorizes you as safe and high status. The king doesn't run. The king sits. Calmness is the ultimate display of power, and she feels it before you even say hello. Habit number 2. There is a massive difference between arrogance and non-compliance. Women notice the man who doesn't instantly try to please everyone in the room. This is the habit of the judge. When you walk into a place, most guys look around hoping for approval. They smile too much, they nod too much. You look around to see if the room meets your standards. If she says something teasing or bratty, you don't laugh nervously to diffuse the tension. You look at her with a smirk that says, "Cute, but don't try that again." When you are hard to impress, you become the prize. She notices you because you are the only mountain not moving for the wind. Habit number 3. This is the one that hooks her emotionally right from the start. The poker face. I'm not talking about being a cold robot. I'm talking about having a gap between stimulus and response. When something goes wrong, the waiter drops a drink, a guy bumps into you, or the music stops, most men explode, apologize profusely, or panic. You take a breath,
You assess. You solve. Women are chaos. They crave a man who is order. When she sees that her moods or the environment can't shake your frame, she gets an instant hit of attraction. She thinks he can handle the world, so he can handle me. Your stability becomes her addiction. Habit number 4. Here is the confidence signal that works faster than words. Unapologetic eye contact. Not the creepy stare, but the grounded gaze. Most men break eye contact the second a pretty girl looks at them, because deep down they feel unworthy of her attention. You hold it for that extra split second. You aren't trying to intimidate, you just aren't intimidated. You are comfortable being seen. That tiny moment of tension, that is where the spark happens. It triggers a dopamine spike in her brain. It tells her immediately, this man is not afraid of me. And in a world of weak men, that fearlessness is magnetic. Habit number 5, selective presence. This is how you create mystery instantly. You don't need to be the loudest guy at the party to be noticed. In fact, the loudest guy is usually the most insecure. You need to be the guy who listens more than he talks. When you do speak, you don't overshare. You don't vomit your life story to fill the silence. You give headlines, not the whole article. I'm working on something big. That's it. She has to ask to find out more. The habit of holding back makes you a puzzle she needs to solve. If you're an open book, she reads you once and puts you on the shelf. Be a locked diary. Habit number 6. This habit changes how women respect you forever. Directional movement. You always look like you are going somewhere. Even if you are just walking to the bar to get water, you move with purpose. Men without purpose wander. They drift, they shuffle their feet. Men with purpose march. Women are biologically drawn to men who have a mission. It signals that you have goals, you have a life, and you aren't just looking for a mommy to take care of you. When you check your watch and say, I have to get going, her attraction spikes. Why? Because scarcity creates value. She wants to chase the man who is busy conquering the world. Habit number 7. This is the most powerful one. The habit of physical assurance. This is the balance of being capable of violence, but choosing peace. You are fit, you stand tall, you take up space, but you are gentle. You open the door for her, but you guide her through it with a firm hand on the small of her back. You are protective, not aggressive. You are dangerous enough to defend her, but disciplined enough to lead her. That combination makes a woman feel feminine immediately. It triggers her hero instinct. Most men are either too soft or too scary. You are the dangerous protector. That is the vibe that makes women chase. These 7 habits aren't about acting cool. They're about signaling biology. When you embody these, you don't have to beg for attention, you command it. Women notice you immediately because you are vibrating at a frequency most men never reach. You become the signal in the noise. But getting noticed is just step 1. Step 2 is keeping her interested once the chase begins. Most men fumble the bag here, so before you make your next move, watch this video.